Hello, great minds. Welcome to a fun-filled mathematics lesson. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at the topic time. Time. This lesson is divided into two parts. In the first part, we are going to be looking at introduction and basics. And in the second part, we will look at the arithmetic of time, that is the calculation. But first, let's look at the meaning of time. Time is a measure of the duration between events or point in time an action took place. For example, the ceremony started at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock is point in time. It rained for 4 hours. For 4 hours is time duration. Alright? Now let's look at measurement of time. In the science lab, time is measured using a stopwatch as shown on your screen. However, time is normally measured using a clock or a wristwatch. In the olden days, our forefathers used to measure time using length of shadows of objects and men. The hour clock was also used very long time ago to measure time, as shown on your screen. Now let's look at comparing different units of time. Note that the international standard of unit of time is the second. However, there are other units of time. For example, 60 seconds is 1 minute, and 60 minutes is 1 hour. 24 hours is 1 day, 7 days is 1 week, 4 weeks is approximately 1 month, 52 weeks is 1 year, 12 calendar months is 1 year, 10 years is 1 decade, 25 years is a silver jubilee, 50 years is a golden jubilee, 100 years is a century, and then 1000 years a millennium. Alright, now let's look at two types of clock, the 12-hour clock and the 24-hour clock. The one on your screen is the 12-hour clock. It uses only 12 numbers, 1 to 12, as you can see on the face of the clock. However, in 12-hour timing, numbers are written in AM, which means ante meridian or before noon, and PM, which means post meridian or afternoon. Alright? But the 24-hour clock starts numbering from 0000 hours, which is also referred to as the 2400 hours, and ends with the 2300 hours. Alright? Now let's compare 12-hour clock time to 24-hour clock time. We start with the 12 a.m. or 12 midnight. That is equivalent to 0000 hours. 1 a.m. is 100 hours. 2 a.m. is 200 hours. 3 a.m. is 300 hours. 4 a.m. is 400 hours. 5 a.m. is 500 hours. 11 a.m. is 1100 hours. 12 p.m. is 1200 hours, that is 12 noon. 1 p.m. is 1300 hours. 2 p.m. is 1400 hours, 3 p.m. is 1500 hours, and so on until we get to 11 p.m., which is what? 2300 hours. Now let's look at another two types of clock, the analog and the digital clock. The analog clock is the popular clock that uses numbers written on the surface from 1 to 12. This is shown on the right side of the screen. However, the digital clock changes its numbers discretely, as you can see on the left hand side of the screen. Alright, now let's look at the second part of this lesson, the arithmetic of time. We are going to be looking at calculation or application of time. In the first example, we have question 1 and 2. In question 1, the question is to change 4 p.m. to 24-hour clock timing. Alright, so the first thing we are supposed to do is to write down 4 p.m. to 24-hour time. Recall that 4 p.m. means 4 hours past midday. And so this means in our calculation, we are going to be adding 12 hours to 4. Alright, so we are going to have 400 hours plus 1200 hours. When we carefully add this, we will get 1600 hours. So 4 p.m. is 1600 hours. Now let's look at example number 2. A man left Cairo at 1100 hours on Friday and arrived in Mexico in a flight after traveling for 16 hours. Alright, note that the 16 hours or 1600 hours must be added to the 1100 hours. The journey started on Friday 1100 hours and terminated 16 hours after takeoff. Alright, so we add the 16 hours to the 1100 hours. The result is 2700 hours. However, 27 is greater than 24. This simply means this man will arrive at Mexico on the following day. So we subtract 24 from 27. The result is 300 hours. 300 hours. Now this 300 hours is therefore converted to 12-hour time. That gives us 3 a.m. on Saturday. So the man will arrive on Saturday by 3 a.m. Now let's do some addition and subtraction of time. There are two questions here. The first one is addition, whereas the second one is subtraction. Now let's start with the first one. We are to add 4 hours 42 minutes 54 seconds to 3 hours 23 minutes and 43 seconds. The first thing we do is to write HMS, that is hour, minute and seconds, and put each values under HMS. Now the first part is to add 54 to 43 seconds. 54 to 43 seconds. Therefore, 54 plus 43 will give us 97. Now 97 cannot be written down because it's bigger than 60. So we subtract 60 from 97. When we do this, we get 37 seconds. So 1 extra minute is then carried to the other minute side. Alright? As you can see, 37 seconds has been written under seconds. 1 has been carried to the minute side. So the next thing we are going to do is to add up the minutes that is under the M. So we are going to have 42 plus 28 plus 1 equal to 71. Again, 71 is bigger than 60. And so we subtract 60 from 71. And what do we get? 11, of course. That is 1 hour and 11 minutes. So the 1 hour is carried to the other side. So you can see it on the screen again. 11 minutes is written down, 1 is carried. So finally, we add up the ones under the hours. So we are going to be adding 4, 3, and 1. Now, again, we have 4 plus 3 plus 1. That gives us 8 hours. So the final answer is 8 hours, 11 minutes, and 37 seconds. Now the question number 2, which is the last question in this lesson. What is the difference between 4 hours, 31 minutes, and 57 seconds, and 6 hours, 43 minutes, and 49 seconds? First, we write our HMS and put the values under them accordingly. Then we start the subtraction with the seconds side. We have to subtract a big number 57 from 49. We cannot do this. So what do? We borrow 1 from the minute side. So that 1 minute is 60 seconds. We add it to 49. So we will have 49 plus 60. That gives us 109. Next, we subtract the 57 from the 109. The result is 52. Alright, so it is 52 seconds. We write down under seconds. Alright, again, you can see the 52 seconds there, and the 3 under minutes is now 2. So 2 minus 1 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. That gives us 11 minutes. On the outside, we have 6 minus 4, that gives us 2. 2 hours. So the result is 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 52 seconds. Alright, this is all we can take in this lesson. Hope you had fun watching and learning in today's class. I encourage you to do your quiz, your content page quiz also, your assignments, and your practicals. Thank you for watching. See you in the next class. Bye.